Guys, so I wanted to install some side marker lights on my car. Haven't seen a lot of information about it, but you can get a ready harness for it that you just plug into the car, but then you probably need to program it, and also this harness is kind of expensive, upwards to around $200, and of course I won't pay that. I only want my side markers to light up. And side markers are not, or didn't come on European cars, and I'm not sure if they are actually wired up on the US models, but I think it's will look cool with those orange lights. It's not usual, and you never see a Saab here with those corner lights, or not corner lights, side marker lights. And a lot of like BMW car people are like adding some kind of yellow to their cars as well, so it's like looked out as a little bit of a car thing. So I ordered the parts from Maptun. You get 2 new lists, or those trim pieces, and 2 corner lights. A little bit of a mess on my table here, but I will clean it later when I'm finished working. But with the side marker lamp you get this holder with the end here, which you are able to connect your wiring harness to with the connector, but of course I don't really think I can find a connector to use for this, so I'm just gonna hardwire or solder into this connector and then just run it straight up to the headlamps on the car and make an adapter there to just plug in between, and then these side marker lamps are going to turn on with the low beams, which is going to be the simplest way for this to work. I could mount them onto the not day running light, but the parking lights, but it would take some longer time, and I don't really see the benefit on that. It's just a cool look when the car is running, so always have the lights on either way. So then we need to modify this. Then I will just cut out the ends so we can solder onto the pins. Just clipping it in every corner, and then it will like fall apart. The plastic isn't too hard. This, and then we just remove this weather grommet thing here. And then we can just solder on a positive and a negative straight to these terminals, and then we will run that to my adapter. So it's soldered to it. I'm using some really thick wires, which is absolutely not necessary, but it was the only wires that I had laying around, so why not use them? It's better to have some thicker wires than thin wires. And yeah, the base there, so there's no water running in through the connectors, since we have removed the weather seal that seals up when you connect the connector. Otherwise you could have water running through this, and we don't want this, but it will probably not happen, but it's better to be on the safe side. Heat shrink to that so they don't short out on each other, and it also protect the wires somewhat more from moisture and such. I have these 2 H7 connectors, one male that you would see normally on a bulb, and then a female, the one you connect to the bulb. But since I'm running aftermarket LED bulbs, this will just connect really nicely in between the bulb and then the stock harness, or just the opposite. So we have the stock harness running into this, going in there. Then we have the power going out from these cables to the side marker light, and then of course the power will be sent to the LED bulb in the headlight on this side. Soldered together, just remove the connector, which makes it more simple. Just push in on the tabs in the middle there and it pops out. But it will be making it easier to take on the heat shrinking later, so I don't have to put it on before soldering. Otherwise you can't get it on because of this. So here we have the side marker bulb, and it's now connected through this wire adapter thing here, so it will like steal power from the lines between the wiring harness for the low beam and the bulb itself. So it's really simple, and it makes it really simple to connect later and also take it apart to diagnose if you have some problems and such. Adapter is finished. Of course it doesn't look perfect, but it's functional and it will certainly work. So what do I think about the side marker lights? I don't really know what I think of them look, but certainly I like it kinda. It also looks somewhat weird, I don't know, but it still gives the car somewhat more of character, which of course is good in a way. Yeah. But I'm happy with the mod, and of course I'm gonna keep it on the car. Gives it somewhat more of character. Maybe doesn't look too much better during daytime, but yeah. At least other Saab people will know that I've done some minor things to this car, but yeah.